Something else I wanted to show you is this. This is a new knife that I picked up on a recent trip, and I wanted to show it to you because I'm so impressed with it. This is the CRKT M21-12 DGI. Now this says that it's Operation Iraqi Freedom certified. Not really sure what that means, but it is a beautiful knife. It's very heavy, it's very sturdy, it's built with a very thick design, so nothing on here is going to be fragile. It opens two ways, normal thumb opening like that. It also has this little nub on the back that you can flick with your finger for one finger opening with your index finger, which I think is one of the fastest opening knives that is not assisted in any way, that I found anyway. You flick that open and bingo, it's ready for action. You'll notice the unique style of serration on the blade here. That's, I'm told, specifically made for cutting through rope. I haven't actually tested that to see how well it cuts through rope, but I will tell you that it comes out of the box razor sharp. The blade is very thick. There's absolutely no movement. There is a positive clicking, a positive lock in the down position as well as in the out position. You can hear it click in there, and there's absolutely no movement to this whatsoever. It's very sturdy. It has a fiberglass and steel handle. All the holes are basically just to relieve some of the weight of the knife, but it's still a fairly weighty device for a pocket knife. But this is a beautiful knife. I'm glad I found it, and it's now what I carry every day in my pocket. I use the pocket clip, and I carry this with me every day. But it has a very interesting unlocking mechanism to close the blade. It's this here. I don't know if you can see it very well on the video. There's a secondary lock. You have to release this in order to push the lock to the side in order to collapse the blade. So you have to push this down and hold it, and then push this in order to close the blade. But that fast opening, easy use, and the sturdiness of it really sold me on this knife. I believe I paid around $28 for it. Of course, that was on a government installation, so I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up for that price anywhere else. But if you can get your hands on one of these, I would highly recommend them. The only point I'm going to take off for this knife and give it a A- rating instead of an A rating is there is no place to attach a lanyard to this knife. If you watched my previous video, I talked about attaching all of the gear that's necessary for your survival to your body. There's no place to put one. There's no spot for a lanyard on this. Yes, there's a hole right here, but since it passes through the body of the knife, a lanyard won't attach to that hole there. And none of these holes here are a good spot for a lanyard either, because the blade passes through there, and eventually it's going to cut through your lanyard. So, that's the only point I'm taking off, CRKT. Next time when you make a beautiful knife like this, put a loop on it so I can attach a lanyard, and I won't lose it when the shit hits the fan. Unfortunately, no communists were injured during the filming of this episode. No pro-acronisms, no responsibility for your stupidity. Train safe, train hard, stay alive.